Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another Teasing Master Takagi-san episode review for you guys. And my goodness, this episode was good. This is the best episode of the season, by far the best episode of the season. More progress has been made, the best progress between our lovely, cute, adorable couple of Takagi and Nishikata. This was a Christmas episode. I wish we could be in Christmas again, because that's when the world was more at peace. But again, with everything going on in the world today, this is one of these episodes where it makes you just be like, I wish I was in this world. Just adorable, so cute, and stuff like that. The number one thing I loved about this episode was how they brought in the element from the last episode, but from the fact of the unrequited love movie element they had introduced in last week's episode and put in this week. Because Takagi and Nishikata, they actually go to the mall to go see the movie, which funny enough, I'm actually gonna go see the Batman today. But, you know, you have this nice scene as before they get ready for the movie. You know, you have obviously Nishikata trying to come up with a scheme to try to find a way to beat Takagi. And they're in this arcade room and they come across, obviously, the chain machine where there's prizes in it. And then you just use the chain to grab it and do it. So Nishikata challenges Takagi to that. But before that, let's just say Takagi kind of throws a whole thing about love in the thing, and our boy Nishikata gets all flustered, and everything's like, she's talking about unrequited love, 100% unrequited love. Nothing to worry about me liking me. But again, we know Takagi, she gets very flustered in her own ways without showing it, of the fact that she gets close to saying something, but she can't bring herself to do it, and stuff like that. But the one interesting fact is they do this game. He's just like, okay, what should I get? I want the connected plushie, but at the same time, the puzzle is right near not right near the place I can just drop it in. So he's like, I'm going for the puzzle. He goes for the puzzle. It looks like he's gonna get it, but then it falls out. Takagi goes for the plushie. She manages to get it. And obviously he's like, God dang it, she beat me again and everything. And Takagi sees Nishikata's reaction, and she's like, here, you can have it, and stuff like that if you want it. Which was hilarious because he's like, oh, come on, and stuff like that. Again, she teased him with the whole love angle of saying, like, I thought, what? Did you mean I was saying something else for love or something like that? And he's like, whatever. Anyways, they go to the movie. They're getting ready to go to the movies. They got their tickets ready and everything, and they're approaching the theater, and obviously they're talking about like, oh, there's so many couples here and stuff like that. What do people think that we're a couple? And I'm like, oh, yes, they should think you are a couple because you guys make a perfect couple. So Nishikata, like a player, comes up on this freaking movie attendant and is like, 2 tickets for the Nishikata couple. I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? Because he's thinking like, oh please, I'm gonna freaking do this, and I'm not gonna feel any sorts of way. And then he ends up, after he says, he's like, shit, why did I do that? And stuff like that, because he gets all embarrassed. But the person's like, yeah, you can go get your seating arrangements over there. They end up getting this one popcorn that has like this special gift in it. In the meantime, we have Nishikata actually going away for a bit because he had this letter he wants to give to Takagi, because I forgot to mention, first part of the dream, he had this dream of Christmas where Nishikata was like Santa and she gave him this present, but it was like a Jack in the Box and he got scared of it and everything. But he's writing down this this letter, which, you know, is obviously before we see the whole gift he's gonna give Takagi. And essentially they get to the movie theater. He gets into the theater, he sees Takagi, they sit with each other, because he's like, we're sitting together in the movie theater. I'm like, yes dude, you're sitting together in the movie theater, good job. But you know, the thing is that you see what happens next up is the fact that they pull out the gifts. It's kind of like little, I guess action figures of the movie characters. They watch the movie. You have Nishikata crying at the end of the movie and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my goodness, this man. He got so invested in this film, he crying and stuff like that. And then after the movie is over, they're talking a bit, and that's when, well, Takagi pops the question, not the question about I like you, but she's like, so what type of girls do you like, Nishikata? And she's getting the idea like, oh, you must like girls like the main girl character from Unrequited Love, kind of the airheaded personality. Those type of girls that are like, they come across as they're dummies or something like that, or they're airheads, and it makes them look cuter and stuff like that, because Nishikata's like, well, it does make her cute, so yeah. So that's when Takagi and Nishikata has this race to touch this pole first, and Nishikata wins, and he's overjoyed. He's like, I did it! I won! I finally conquered Takagi! And then he's like, I gotta reap the benefits. He gets the whole thing. He does the whole thing of the whole, which coin is in my hand, and everything. And Nishikata also, or Takagi also gets that wrong. And Nishikata's like, oh my goodness, today's my day. I finally surpassed Takagi. I can win anything. And everything. But in the meantime, Takagi's looking like something's wrong. Something's a little down. She seems a little down and stuff like that. But they end up going to this Christmas tree area, and that's when she kind of says, I was just playing with you, and stuff like that. I just pretended to be like the girl from the movie because I thought you thought girls like that were cute. And obviously Nishikata, I thought he was going to say like, you don't need to act different. I like you the way you are. But I feel like that's going to come at a different time. But she thought he was going to say the line of like the dude saying like, oh, I was only doing it to show how hot I am or something like that. But you get this really nice romantic scene between the two, where's your typical love interest in front of this big Christmas tree as the lights go on, and they hand each other their gifts and everything. Nishikata hands the gift to Takagi, and we find out the gift he gave her was gloves, because he always observed the fact that every time it was cold weather, Takagi would always be blowing her hands and everything to warm her hands up and everything, and stuff like that. And then Takagi gives him the present of, well, a scarf, and it was back from the one episode when she was knitting up the scarf. She knit up a scarf for him, and he gets all flustered. And it's funny because Takagi is like, it seems like you're warm enough, and he's like, yeah, I'm fine, man. And he wraps the scarf around his face. Also, Takagi was also, she had that look in her eye when Nishikata gave her the gift of her gloves. She definitely was like, oh wow, thank you, and stuff like that. It was a very cute, adorable scene and everything. Just these two are so meant for each other, man. They're so cute and adorable, man. And you can, like I said, you can see the love is blossoming between the two. She's clearly in love with him. I think Nishikata's trying to figure out his feelings for her. I think ultimately Nishikata does like her. I think we're at the stage where these two characters, they clearly have affection and they clearly like each other. They get flustered so easily. Nishikata shows it a lot more than Takagi, from what we've seen. But, it's these two characters that really can't express themselves of how they feel because they're afraid of what will the other person think of them. But it's clear these two characters are really do like each other and stuff like that. I thought it was cute and adorable, and stuff like that. It just nice. It reminded me of that one Pokemon episode from X and Y when Ash gave Serena the gift in a way like that. It was a pretty cool episode just from the tree aspect, and the way it looked and everything. It was great. And then they go back. He walks her home and stuff like that, says his goodbye, and in the background, obviously, you hear, this is the first time I'm hearing it, I'm hearing Jingle Bells in Japanese. So you know, honestly, Jesus, Jingle Bells in Japanese sounds dang near really good. And it was the Takagi voice actress singing it, but yes, she also get the card. She also got the card and everything. She read the card, and it was Nishikata saying thank you for coming with me and everything. And also too, we find out Nishikata got that card from the store he came across as they were walking home, and essentially it was a card to show like to somebody who, or give to somebody who you really care about. So a lot of progress was made. I think we're just at this point where we as fans of this show are just waiting. Who's gonna finally just be the first person to admit that they like them? Because we already know the response they're gonna get is gonna be a very positive one. And this was a really good episode. This felt like a season. This should be a season finale episode. I don't know how many episodes are in this season. I think 12. But it gave me that impression like this feels like a nice season finale type of thing. And major progress was made again. I love this episode. Favorite episode of the season. Best episode and favorite episode of the season. But I definitely enjoyed this episode. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Teasing Master Takagi-san, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Winter of Anime 2022 content, as well as more Teasing Master Takagi-san. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully, you guys have a great rest of your day or night watching this video. And until then, guys, hopefully, you guys are staying safe out there. And see you guys later. Peace.